But the rifleman right now continuing to take casualties, just going to have to back away, and you can see exactly how effective that is, having the grenadiers and the Volksgrenadiers just kind of tanking for those snipers, doing some good-looking damage here. Second sniper way out here on the right-hand side. It looks like he was inflicting some casualties, but I believe we just lost some grenadiers here. Yes, that is a whole grenadier squad dead. So that rifleman squad just killed off a squad of grenadiers. Pretty sweet there. And we have our first armored car out on the battlefield. I didn't even point that out yet, but the motor pool on the right-hand side of his base here just went ahead. So that's about 12 minutes into the game. That's pretty much the slowest motor pool. The slow version of the motor pool that you can expect here. By the way, notice nice little details here. Like, for example, the mines in front of the Krieg barracks. That's quite interesting. Putting mines in front of your Krieg barracks means that you are expecting a Greyhound to come into your base and drop a Greyhound mine in front of your Krieg barracks. The anti-tank guns pop out of these doors here, whereas the troops come out of this door. So that's a good way to take out an early anti-tank gun. So now that we do have the armored car in the battlefield, I would imagine that we have an anti-tank gun being produced. Yeah, it looks like we got some welding going on there. So he's more than prepared for that, but we do have the armored car out here doing its thing. Let's kind of see what's going on this side of the battlefield for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and just take a look and just see where all these units are at here. You can see the Panzerschreck guys are coming back, doing some pretty good damage here. We've got the Grenadiers looking to get some good shots off on that M8 armored car. Probably going to take cover in this building here. Actually, I want to swap back to EuropeMint's point of view here. You can see him using that observation plane. Oh, man, beautiful looking. That was what I was looking for right there. I wanted to make sure that I caught it whenever he did it. He saw those snipers in position, used that strafe just to pick off one of them. Not a bad use of strafe at all whatsoever. So that's the kind of thing you got to look out for. You can see that the Greyhound was able to get out of range from these Panzerschreck wielding Grenadiers that were hanging out in that building right there, and that actually just kind of bought him some time. So he's looking pretty good. He's got to be careful, though. We do have a Pak 38 out on the field as well. It looks like Itaperuna is probably in pretty good position here. But really, it's just kind of an interesting game so far. I love these mines, by the way. Little mines like that, always terrific details. You can see here that the riflemen are back towards the center. And we have a lot of points being spent right now. Strafing run is back online. Airborne infantry is up right now for Mr. EuropeMint here. So things are looking pretty good for him. Looks like some little backcapping going on here. This is always kind of risky. It doesn't necessarily help that much, but it does kind of pull units away to make them cap other victory points and whatnot there. Taking a look around here, we can see just a bunch of units kind of all over the field right now, and he's got to be careful. We do have a bunch of riflemen approaching right now on these brave little pioneers who are hanging back here. Oh my god, one of you could have been Panzerschreck Johann. Oh no, and the entire pioneer squad goes down. That is no good whatsoever there. Taking a look around up here, we can see I just heard a sniper's got them zoomed in. There is that sniper again. Man, look at that gentleman. Oh, no! And once again, the strafing one takes out the sniper, takes out the rest of the Volksgrenadiers. So really, really hard counter to that strategy early game there by EuropeMint. So I love it. So it's, it definitely, he had to commit himself to airborne, but that just put a complete stop. That is 2 snipers down, really huge loss of resources there and loss of strategic ability there for Itaperuna. I'm going to go ahead and jump back to Itaperuna's point of view. I am curious for when exactly he's going to start spending some points here, because as you can see, he has not spent any points in anything just yet, so we're not exactly sure what his build order is going to be. Taking a look around here, though, we can see that it looks like some light pressure coming on right now into this Pak anti-tank gun. He backed all the way up, but I think he's kind of stuck against some cover here, just kind of pitifully returning fire against a bunch of riflemen who are capping this victory point, now being backed up by a bunch of grenadiers right now. So for Itaperuna right now, he does have, it looks like he only lost the one pioneer squad and the 2 snipers. He does have 2 Volksgrenadiers and 2 Grenadier squads out there, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, this guy right here just used his Panzerschreck to blow apart the cover they were standing behind. I really hate it when they do that. That can be kind of infuriating. Anyhow, so pressure is really, really on Itaperuna right now, though. You can see this very kind of, it was at first light pressure on the left-hand side, and now it's very heavy pressure with riflemen and the Greyhound and all of that. At some point, the Greyhound was able to swap sides to the left-hand side of the battlefield right now, and Itaperuna is really getting cornered in on the map right now. As you can see, losing this victory point in here really bad because this road does cut his territories in half, and he wasn't connected in any other way. So that disconnects all of his territory. Very, very important attack right there by the allied player. So taking a look around right now, we can see we even have a back tech going on. It looks like EuropeMint is actually going for a weapon support center. He could likely be getting his own snipers, perhaps. That doesn't seem too likely that he'd be getting a machine gun this late in the game. Mortars are, of course, always an option. And it looks like our armored car just hit a landmine. That one landmine that we saw earlier. And, oh, a strafing run being used to support that armored car. Oh, my God. It looks like these guys are actually going to have to retreat. That was unfortunate. I think they could have stuck around a little bit longer there. The armored car still beat up, taking damage in the front armor, actually taking no damage whatsoever. This really beat up armored car, destroyed engine, destroyed main gun, getting repaired very quickly here by the engineers. Is it going to be in time? Yes, it is. And, oh, the main gun gets destroyed once again. One more Panzerschreck shot should do it, but look at that. It's still getting quite repaired here. They're doing some damage to the engineers, and, man, he is just barely holding on, but unfortunately, they can't quite get there in time and out of control, and they even get the kill on the engine. Oh, just a total massive loss right there. Right in time, however, for his for triple rifleman squads to show up. So they just barely missed showing up in time to be able to help out with that M8 Greyhound. So that was too bad right there. But that's a pretty big loss. Pretty big loss right there for EuropeMint. So maybe that'll help offset some of the losses from the snipers early in the game. We can see right now just lots of dirty fighting going on right now. The riflemen, however, I know the Dawn of War 2 players are always like, why aren't they melee fighting? There is no melee in World War II for whatever reason. But you can see the Vet 2 riflemen with the Browning automatic rifles, really brutal. Absolutely having no trouble just kind of cutting through all of these Volksrangers. Volksrangers, by the way, have already been upgraded to Vet 2. There is a Kampfkraft Center out there right now. And you can see this pack, unfortunately, is all the way back in his base. And Itaperuna keeps losing control of this victory point, this strategic point, sorry. Very, very important point to hold on to. And it's absolutely going to cost him if he can't keep control over that. Intense-looking fighting coming up here right through the middle right now. Again, this is all just really good early unit play right now. Again, we did see a M8 Greyhound and stuff like that, but really this is mostly just troop movement kind of logic. We can see grenades going back and forth, Panzerschrecks coming around here. Nice cover looking by these gentlemen, but oh no, once again, poor looking Panzerschreck Johann there. I just decided to blow up the only green cover that they had to stand behind, forcing him out of there. I always love I always got a big kick out of that poor guy. Anyhow, we do see some sniper activity out here in the field right now as well for EuropeMint. So he did actually go with his own sniper. It'd be interesting to see exactly how effective this is. You can see he is not going to have too much trouble sniping a single guy with a Panzerschreck usually. But there's quite a few Grenadiers out on the field right now. Taking a look around, looks like we do have 3 Grenadiers, but we also lost the original Volksgrenadier squad. So Itaperuna is still in a pretty rough shape here. He does have 5 commander points, and we have yet to see him spend anything. So still no idea exactly what he's planning on doing to stay in this game here. But let's go ahead and, ooh, nice little shot there. A little bit of arbor side, I believe, the killing of trees going on. But let's take a look and see exactly what EuropeMint's point of view is like right now. So still airborne infantry, strafing run, airborne reconnaissance. He has 2 points to spend pretty soon. We'll have to see what he chooses to spend them on. Central control is looking okay. He just needs to make sure that he holds on to victory points right now, because he is actually behind. Despite all of the property loss that Itaperuna has been suffering, Itaperuna is actually ahead a little bit in victory points. 324 versus 446 for Itaperuna. We can see a little obs playing going on overhead there, just kind of getting a look at the battlefield. No immediate reflex strafing run there, so obviously he didn't see anything too threatening. And the riflemen are having a good time just kind of hanging out here in the center right now and focus firing away. This is always a very dangerous spot. It's very exposed. This tree provides only minimal cover, and trying to cap this strategic point in particular, or this victory point, always very exposed to lots of fire. There's all sorts of great shooting positions kind of around the area. So I like the fact that he's just kind of taking this place with storm. You can see he only has this one kind of passive-aggressive unit way over here on the right. Still important, but for the most part, all of his units are in the center. And we see double snipers on the field right now for EuropeMint. So trying to perhaps return the favor and going to be kind of doing his own counter-sniping. Either he expected new snipers to come out on the field and he just wanted to shut that down, or he figured that the sniper window is over and he himself was now going to benefit from that. So the snipers getting Vet 1 here, 4 kills for this gentleman. But it looks like, unfortunately, they were forced to retreat by the charge from the Grenadiers. And now the Grenadiers just kind of exchanging some fire with the good old U.S. riflemen here. These guys, however, are just brutal so far. Both Vet 1 with Browning automatic rifles doing just tons of damage. Looking really good. And as you can see, Itaperuna's control over this map is just falling apart. Stick bombs were thrown, but unfortunately, they just kind of missed there a little bit. And just lots of kills going on right here. Unfortunately, Itaperuna here is continually losing troops. It looks like he just lost some more Volksgrenadiers as well, really being pushed all the way back into his base. However, he has taken the gambit and is getting a Panzer Command up right now. So we'll have to see what exactly he has the resources to afford at this point. Fuel is not something he has had a lot of so far this game. You can see he's only had his one little low point and just a little bit of control over this medium point here. Looks like we do have an anti-tank gun out there right now. I'm not sure if he was able to get sight of that building or not, or if this is just a wise decision. Maybe he even airdropped it in. Let's take a look and see. Yes, those are in fact paratroopers, I believe. So he did airdrop that anti-tank gun in earlier. We have some more observation planes coming around. Not a bad idea. And of course, obviously, he has observation planes. He's seen the inside of this base a dozen times. Nothing is surprising him. I always forget that. He has perfect knowledge of what the inside of Itaperuna's base looks like. One of the awesome advantages to being airborne, obviously. Again, just some nice-looking... oh, no! Taking out the tractor. Nice-looking grenade going off there as well. I'm not quite sure why they retreated right there. It looked like they were doing pretty good damage. But he bailed them out of there anyways. Left-hand side of the map, however, we do have Grenadiers capping away here, as well as some more Grenadiers out there. So just kind of Grenadier spam all over the place. Again, notice just really good use of the air reconnaissance here, just to try and make sure that nothing sneaks by unnoticed. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That was 2 snipers going down to a single, very, very unfortunately placed landmine right there. Look at the distance between these 2 bodies here, and look at the size of the blast pattern. That was very, very unlikely. A very, very unlikely landmine there. One good reason, normally I would say one good reason not to bunch up your snipers, but they weren't even that close, but just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that could be what he needs to bail him out, combined with the fact that he's got an Ostwind on the field right now. So the Ostwind Flakpanzer, pretty beefy unit, super awesome at taking out infantry, but as you can see, there is already that anti-tank gun on the field, and the anti-tank gun is taking some nice shots at him. Oh my god, one more shot, and this Flakpanzer could be down a little bit early there. Unfortunately, it looks like he was able just to get out of the way, and that anti-tank gun is going to have to back off right now, being pursued by all these Grenadiers here. But kind of a lot of back and forth right now, and just kind of random capping going on. You can see it's important to note that Itaperuna was kind of stabbing outwards and trying to cap various parts in the map while stalling out with all those tactics. And oh no! Where is this anti-tank gun going? Oh god, he's just backing away. It looks like he knew that the riflemen were back here and was just kind of trying to do a ring around the pile of hay there just to kind of buy some time. And now it looks like the Grenadiers, yes. Oh, getting a nice little shot there. Every now and then you can actually just kill the gun faster than you can kill the guys manning it. Panzer Strikes will certainly help with that, but for the time being, looks like the Allies are victorious here. And now, speaking of Allies being victorious, they just have dominating control of this map right now. The only X factor is this Ostwind and whatever else is coming out of this Panzer Command right now. We'll see that supply drops are in the field right now. And let's take a look right now and see what Itaperuna is doing. Still not spending any points. Honestly, with all of the Grenadiers flopping around here, I would love to see some defense commander abilities, perhaps getting some bunkers and really using central bunkers. I could see an argument for terror as well. But definitely one thing that I really miss is seeing a medical bunker. There's a great spot for a medic bunker back here behind this building. Another nice place is way up here that kind of, would help him recoup some of these casualties and also give him some defensive bonuses. But it looks like he's opted not to go for that instead. Who knows what he's saving up for? We'll have to wait and see. Looks like a second flak panzer is out on the field right now, though. So this could be a real problem. Honestly, a lot of EuropeMint's troop is just all riflemen and stuff. However, he has had a chance to see it, and as you can see, he has researched the sticky bombs. Sticky bombs away. That'll definitely help out a little bit, but usually you don't get kills with sticky bombs. You just kind of stall them out. Taking a look around, it looks like a nice little push coming out of the front of his base right now. Really wrecking into these Vet 2 riflemen. It looks like they're just barely going to get away, but you never know. Some unlucky last shots right there might take out that last gentleman right now. This is the kind of beautiful flank out here, though. Very hard for anti-tank guns to deal with this stuff. Oh, wonderful looking strafing run above that as well, just kind of covering for that sniper as he retreats. Unfortunately, the Flak Panzer is firing away. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Flak Panzer shifted targets. I thought he was shooting at the scout plane. Shifted targets, took out that sniper, is really close to dying here, and it looks like just the Grenadiers were able to take care of that anti-tank gun. Look at old floppy gun here. Unfortunately, his gun was destroyed by that shot, so he's a little bit useless right now. You can see the riflemen are honing in. They're trying to get a sticky bomb up. A sticky bomb could definitely, or would definitely kill that flak panzer right there, but however, they're going to get out of there for the time being. So nice looking central counterattack, again, relying on the Ostwind. Most important part about that battle was that he simply did not lose the Ostwind. That means he inflicted some casualties, didn't lose the Ostwind, and now will be ahead once he repairs them. Even you can see getting some more Pioneers just because he knows he needs more repairs going on.